Hey baby, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a two-piece stadium stand. Now these are the materials you need. You need three 24 by 36 corrugated plastics. You could get it off any website or Home Depot. Then you'll need a T-square ruler, 24 inches. It'll help make things a lot easier. And then you will also need a regular ruler. You'll need to make your lines straight as possible. Then you need the X-Acto blade, box cutter, make them cuts. Then you will also need some white duct tape. You could use any color duct tape. I like the white. Also you need this Sharpie, make your lines to see where you're gonna make your markings. Also a leveler to level out your life. I got these instructions on Reddit. Look up burst drive stadiums on Reddit and you'll find these instructions. So these are everything that I followed and made this stadium, but I'm gonna do a video because no one had a video about it. First I'm using a T-ruler to measure 9 inches and then mark it. Then I'm gonna use a T-ruler again to make a really straight line down the corrugated plastic. So here we go. Here's me making the straight line. I'm just lining up against the ruler, making it as straight as possible. Remember, you gotta make it straight. And here's me readjusting because my table moved because I'm fat. Now I'm doing the same 9 inches on the other side. I go by 23 centimeters because the ruler is upside down. It's pretty much the same thing, so I'll mark it like I did on the other side and making my line, perfect before my dot perfect before I make another straight lines, two straights, make it right, I guess. But here's me making my straight line. There we go, pushing up against the ruler. Alright, now I pull out my ruler. I'm gonna measure 2.5 inches down from the top and mark it. And then after that, I'm gonna move the ruler to the 2.5 inches mark, and I'm gonna measure from that mark to 3.5 inches and mark it. Then after I do that, I'm gonna go to that one mark, the first mark I made in 2.5 inches. I'm gonna make a 6-inch line. Then I'm gonna go to the 3.5 inch mark and make another 6-inch line. And then I'm gonna connect the lines by drawing a straight line down. It should equal 3.5 inches when you connect the lines. So do that on both sides. And then I also do it on the right side. So after making the lines, it's time to score and cut through. So use this paper to figure out what to score and what to cut through. So what I'm doing now is getting my box cutter. I'm gonna put it low, not all the way, so I don't cut through it fully. So what I'm doing is scoring the long line from the 9-inch mark all the way down the board. I have a big head, so you can't see it. I'm sorry. I'm also balding, so that's also a problem by me. But it is what it is. I'm just gonna show you how to do it on one side, and you do it the same thing on the other. So you score that long line. Make sure you cut through, not all the way, but just a little bit, because you're gonna bend this. Now you're gonna score the lines on the side of the rectangle, on the left and right. I like going right first because I'm right-handed. Then I do the left. Then you score it on the same thing on the other side. Next, I'm gonna extend the blade a little bit, even more, all the way, and then I'm gonna cut through the top and bottom line of the rectangle. So the easiest way to do is make one little hole and then cut through the top, Then you're gonna go back again and push a little bit harder, then go through it again. You're gonna do the same thing to the bottom. I was checking to make sure I didn't go through the box, because this is how I'm gonna carry all 8 stadiums in. So hear me doing it again, and then pushing harder, and then doing it again. Then you're gonna do it again to the other side. Now what we're gonna do is, you remember the scored lines down the middle? We're gonna bend it and make sure everything is folded in half all the way. So you're gonna check your sides of the board and making sure it's cut through all the way. If not, go with your sharp blade and cut it through. Make sure all the squares are showing. You can see all the tiny little squares. Sorry for my bend. This board, it was a little bit not straight. Now you see the middle of the rectangle, you're gonna score the back of it. So use your blade and score the middle of the rectangles. Don't make a hole all the way like I did. If you do, I'm gonna show you how to fix that later on, but do it for both. Just try to go a little bit in, not all the way through. Then you repeat the process on another board. Now we are going to get both boards. We're going to line it with the pockets facing on the outside. So the drawings should be on the outside. They'll be back to back with both boards. We're going to line up the top and bottom because we're going to put some tape along the center of the boards. Now it's time for tape. We need about 20 inches of tape. Make sure you don't make it too long or too short, or it's not gonna look right for the board. It's gonna bend weird. You don't want to force it. Just put it gently in the center of the board, and then pretty much just tap tappy-roo, tap. Then put it down like that. Down on the other side too. Then we're gonna do the same thing with the tape on the other side. Try to make it as equal as you can, because you don't want to be like me. I struggle. We are now gonna open the stadium and also opening the pockets that will hold the top of the stadium. So first, you want to try to make it as square as you can. Make the pockets come out. You're going to push and hold and push the square. The rectangle. And then you're going to do it to all sides. Hold and push. Make sure it's nice and out. Hold and push. Then one more time. If you then have any broken ones, I'm going to show you how to fix that. Just cut a small square tape and put it on the middle. I didn't record myself cutting up the top, but pretty much you can use a third board and cut a 18 by 18 board out and then put it on top. Push it down, make sure it's straight. Then use a leveling app or leveler to check the level. And that's how you make the stadium stand of 2 pieces. I hope it helped. Bye.